Just sending an email if anyone's joining. Let's see who wants to jump on. Okay, live. Wait. Wait for people to join. One person in. Yeah, so we're just going to jump on probably till 7:30 UK time. Answer your copy and online business questions and all that jazz. You need to get like a different light in this room. It's like very yellow. Magnolia light. Looks disgusting. But one person on. Ask your questions in the chat. Let's see if we can get some more people on. I just sent an email out, so hopefully that will be going out to enough people so they come and join us. Who's live? Who's on with me? There's one person. Maybe we should really schedule this stuff so you guys know what I've got planned, because I just had a bit of an impromptu bit of time. So, yo, how we doing, buddy? Just waiting for some people to join. Usually there's a good handful of people that jump on these, so we'll see. There we go. We've got some people joining. How are you doing, guys? I thought I'd just jump on for half an hour, just raff on all things copy, online one-person businesses, freelancing. Hope you all had a good day. I've just literally just walked in the door from the gym. Hey, Zaf, how you doing? Yo, people are on. 6 people now. Let's go. Let's get some more people going. Drop an emoji in the chat as well. I think that helps the YouTube algorithm to share it to more people. Maybe. I don't know. Yes. 7 people on. Yeah, ask your questions, guys. If you've got any questions on anything copy related or just raff on anything, I'm going to be here for the next 29 minutes to answer your questions. I've actually been doing recording some cool new videos today for the course, which is pretty cool. Some new cold email DM templates, and actually put in a new outreach video so you can like use YouTube now for outreaching. It's I wouldn't say it's a new method, but like it's a method to outreach to clients and find clients, and there's literally untapped potential. Like it's ridiculous. There's so many. I found in the video in the course, I found like a good 5 or 10 clients to reach out to within minutes, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So get some questions flowing in. How many free values should I send every day for good results? Free value as in, so you found a client and you're doing like free value things for them, or like, just can you clarify that? How to build a dream client list? Well, I think it all starts with deciding who your dream clients are, like what's the industry you want to write in, and then start going down that rabbit hole of like clients that you literally see as like, God, I would love to write for this, and like what's the reason behind that? Like why would you want to do that? I never actually had many dream clients for copywriting. Like I literally just wrote copy for not anyone, but like I never had any like really pinnacle dream clients that I worked for. Like I work with some really cool people and brands, but I wouldn't say they were like, I would call them dream clients. Although that's what I do teach in my 0 to paid course, to find like how to find dream clients. And to me, dream clients, I class dream clients as like a dream client isn't a specific brand. So like, say for example, I like Nike products. It's not like my desire to write for Nike. It's more like the type of client. So like educational creators or educational content creators are really good clients to work for because they're always selling something, always. Otherwise they wouldn't be posting content online. So they're easy to identify. They already have a product they're selling or a service, and you can find ways to optimize that and help them out. How are you doing, man? I'm doing really good. Went to the gym twice today, which is actually, it's pretty usual. I was going to say unusual, but it's not. What's the best and most efficient way to look for leads? Couple of ways that I'm enjoying at the minute. One is using the search function on Instagram. So that's like the magnifying glass, and searching like key search terms of a niche that you want to work in. So say if it's e-commerce, for example, key search term in that could be specific types of e-commerce. So dropshipping, private label, print on demand, all those sorts of things. And then you can literally click on one of them on the hashtag, and you'll get literally thousands of posts from people who have tagged that search term. And those are all creators, most likely selling a product. And then obviously the other way I mentioned before of YouTube, that's just like an absolute killer outreach strategy. Like so easy. I think a lot of people struggle with the outreach because they're not doing enough. They think they are, but they're not. It's a volume game to start with. What is your number one recommendation method for outreach? Everyone's asking outreach questions. I prefer YouTube just because that's just my chosen platform of choice. I like it. But yeah, Instagram as well. How many outreach it take to get your first client? If I send a personalized video off some free copy, right? Getting your first client. Let's just break that down, right? If you have no clients and you're reaching out to get that client, I would set a goal of between 100 and 150 outreach messages, which is going to sound a lot to some people, but it's all a volume game to start with. Until you start getting results under your belt and case studies, you just need to keep reaching out to people, but you have to also reach out with the right message. I'm not just saying, I think a lot of people as well are expecting like a copy and paste script they can use. So inside my zero to paid course, I have uploaded some really cool DM scripts and templates for Instagram, email, and other platforms, right? But in those videos and tutorials, I tell people not to just blindly copy and paste them. I actually show people how to personalize them, because what you want to do is when you're outreaching, you want to make it feel to the person receiving that message like they are the only person who has received that message. Because it's blatantly obvious if somebody's copy and pasted a message to 1,000 people. Like, it's so obvious. And if that lands in my inbox, I just instantly don't read it or delete it. So that's a really fast way to not get read. And then you asked about personalized video or some free copy. So one thing I will mention here, you want to make it easy for this person, right? So I get a lot of messages of people asking to make my YouTube thumbnails, right? And do all that stuff. And I'm not interested right this minute, because the strategy I have for growing this channel is literally just to post content. And I don't want to put effort into the thumbnails right now. And that's like a strategic decision. I can know how to make thumbnails, but I don't want to focus on that right now. So those messages of people asking to do all that is just work for me. Even though they might be offering me great value, it's just too much work. It's still time and energy away from what I should be focusing on to grow my business. So personalized videos can do really well. A Loom video, if you guys use Loom, that's like a screen sharing video. I use that a lot. That's a really great way to show somebody like what you found in their funnel or how you can help them. And using a Loom video with a video also straight away adds this human element to you, which obviously just sending a message is harder to do. But as soon as somebody sees you on video, it's an instant trust builder. So that can work really well. Let's have a look where we're at now. Yo, in your course, could you please add a video talking through how to manage the retainer client once you have them so they don't just drop off in 2 months? Yeah, so that's what I'm currently working on right now. So anybody who is currently in the course, one, it'd be cool if you could drop some bombs in the chat of like what you think of it. And two, always be providing me with feedback on what you want in there. The idea of that course is to add as much value as I can in there for people who aren't like, who want to get started with copywriting. I want to make it like a one place for you to go and get all the road, all the steps in the roadmap to getting clients that you need. And I'm also going to add in a community element very soon as well, which is what people have asked for. And I think that'd be really cool to be able to like talk together and help each other. And there might be opportunities as well for me to look and critique your copy and work with you on a bit more of a closer basis than just a self-paced course. So yeah, that is coming, I see. So shout out to you and anyone who is watching this who isn't in the course. I actually will give you a link here. If anyone interested. Where are we at here? Questions. How do I improve my copy every day? Well, you write every day, like literally write every day. Read what's working, rewrite it, just write something every day. Outreach to YouTubers, you mean, or producing content on YouTube? No, outreach to YouTubers. So you've got two types of content on YouTube, education and entertainment. You want to be focusing on educators. So people who are teaching a high value skill, for example, me teaching a high value skill, which is copywriting. They could be teaching web design, all sorts of stuff, right? So jump on there, find people who are educators, because I can guarantee you they are selling a product or offering a service. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on YouTube creating content. I'm selling your product. I'm creating content. I'm helping people, giving as much free value as I can on YouTube. So then if people want to join and do, take a step further, a bit more seriously, hopefully I've built enough trust with them that they want to take the next step with me. If not, totally cool. Is it a good idea to outreach to clients by having a conversation first or offer them free personalized value straight away? So I would always offer a ton of insane value up front and almost like let that lead into becoming a client, right? Now, free is not good enough nowadays. So somebody saying I can, write you a sales page for free or write you an email sequence for free, it's not good enough anymore. It was maybe a few years ago, right? When everyone was kind of new to that. But now it's like, right, free is kind of saturated and it's still more effort for me to read through this free thing you've made for me and then put it into action and test it, right? So in some instances, you have to almost think about going above and beyond. And I think I said this in one of my last live Q&As. Go and get a book by Alex Hormozy called $100 Million Offers. Everybody should read that book because it will teach you exactly how to create offers. And I'm currently condensing it now to put into the course and like applying it directly to a freelance copywriting business, because your offer is so damn important. You don't have a good offer, it's going to be hard to stand out. And you want to make it almost like risk-free for a client. But I'm just lost in a thought here. Yeah, so offer insane value first, and that will generally lead into a paid service of some sort. Like somebody, like the law of reciprocity. I'm not saying I'm not saying everybody will take your free value, implement it, and then say, yeah, do you want to become a client? Do you want to come and work for me kind of thing? It doesn't always work like that. But if you go above and beyond and you are genuinely interested in a client's business, they will see that and it will shine through. I can guarantee that. Like if someone went above and beyond for me in the things that I was interested in, I was passionate about, there'd be a high chance I would hire them, right? Because some people think they know what clients want, but they're not on the right track at all. And that takes a little bit of research, understanding what somebody's main goal is, right? So for instance, I'll be completely upfront and honest. I want as many people as I can get inside my 0 to paid course. I want to help as many people as I can, right? So if you can figure out a way to do that for me, there's a higher chance that I would want to work with you. But you have to figure that out. Or like you just sending me a free sales page that you've written that is assumingly better than the one I have that already converts. It's quite a big effort for me to go and change that out and test it, if that makes sense. And I'm not knocking anybody who does outreach to me or anybody. I'm not knocking you at all. Like I think it's amazing that people go out their own way and just fucking do this. It's not easy. If it was easy, you all wouldn't be on this live stream because you'd be working with clients. Or like you'd be doing something else. I'm sure you would. But yeah, we're just having a good chat, Dude, Where are we at here? The chat's just moved. Keep your questions coming. Give me some love hearts and emojis. We've got 13 people and a few people dropped off. I'm that boring. Where are we at? Where are we at? Sorry, I've lost track of the bloody conversation. Dude just bought your course. Love its content. You lay out the right few steps in a way that's easy to digest. Love it. Yes. Thank you, Daniel. Much appreciate words like that. Like, amazing. Been doing my copywriting for over a year now, and your channel is awesome. That's the sort of stuff I'd love to hear. Like, that's what makes me come on and do these things. But I appreciate that's awesome. And I'm going to continually add more stuff into it. I love how focus you are on what is important, not colouring in, wasting time on stuff that doesn't make the boat go faster. For sure, Laura. Like, it does. And again, I'm not knocking anybody on YouTube. Like, there's some unbelievable creators and copywriters on YouTube. Cardinal Mason, if you've ever heard of him, I literally love watching his stuff. He's a real young lad, and he is so good at writing and so good at making videos, just unreal. Who's another guy? Dickie Bush is another good person I like following now. Who's another good copywriter? There's another guy called Tyson 4D who makes a lot of copywriting content. I'm not a big fan of his stuff, but again, he must know his stuff and people must get results from what he's teaching. So that's amazing. But they all talk about these big numbers for beginners, right? Hit 10, 15, 20K a month. I'm like, what the, right, you can do that as a copywriter. It's not impossible to hit those numbers. If you have a 2.5K offer, you only need 4 clients to hit 10K a month. It's not hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's simple though. But these guys are teaching, trying to use that as their front end thing. I'm just saying, look, let's get your confidence going. Let's make your first £500 online. Let's make your first £1,000 online. Doesn't matter what type of copyright. Just get a client. That will build your confidence and your momentum. That's how it was for me anyway. Where are you? I'm currently in Edinburgh in Scotland. Portfolio is important. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, when you are starting out, you don't have a portfolio of client work because you haven't done any work. But you can create a portfolio of practice work, which is how I would get a client to start with, right? Or like offer to write a client something and add that to your portfolio. It's very unlikely a client will be that focused on your portfolio. They're not going to go through it line by line. Like if somebody sent me their portfolio, I would skim read it just to make sure I like their style and they knew what they were doing. They're not going to read everything line by line to make sure that you are a really good copywriter. No one has the time for that. And I'll come back to it again. Like people do business with people, people buy from people. They don't buy from businesses. This is why it's so important as a copywriter, like I was teaching, to build somewhat of a personal brand around you. So social media, that's your new CV. Instagram, a nice shoulder up profile shot, something in your bio that says you're a writer or a copywriter, some genuine pictures and videos that show you are a human and you do normal stuff. I would buy from that, The course is straight to the point, Lant. The main reason I bought it is because it just gives you a list of what's due in order, and then it's up to you to put in the work. I try and make it as step by step as possible, and I'll be super truthful here with you, right? Everything in that course, 95% of it can be found on the internet somewhere. Like I haven't reinvented the wheel. I've just kind of like put my own unique spin on it, and then I've organized it in a way that you follow and get results. And that's what I wish I had when I first started, rather than having to piece this whole puzzle together myself. Any tips for follow-up? I was going to say don't be annoying, but maybe that's how you feel when you're following up people. But I would probably follow up with people maybe 5 times every other day with like a different angle just to see if they'd seen your message. And then after that, I would just leave it. Move on to the next one. Plenty more fish in the sea. And who knows, they might just come back to you. They might just be completely busy and come back to you when you have time. So we've got 10 minutes left, guys. Any more questions? Ask away. How do you get your foot through the door offering only email copy? My sales page is bad at the minute. Well, that's what I did when I first started. I started just doing email copywriting. A good niche to go into. So I'm just going to take a drink of my coffee. Good niche to go into to start with email copywriting is e-commerce. And I'll tell you why, because the results are very easy to see. So if you find a brand who is selling products You could go through their, enter into their funnel, like join their email list and just see what emails you get and just see how they're promoting their products. And if you can come up with a way to improve their sales in that sequence of emails, it's a very easy measurement to show how good your copywriting is in that instance for a client, right? And again, I'll go back to educators on YouTube and Instagram. Those guys have most probably got a service or a course or a product. You can enter into their funnel by getting their free lead magnet, more than likely, or a free thing that they give away in return for an email. You guys are probably watching this and got the email about this live stream because you're in my free copy club. And that's essentially my lead magnet. So my promise is to you, I'll teach you how to do copywriting through almost daily emails. That's like my lead magnet. Whereas some people will give away like a PDF or a course or whatever they would give away. Where we at now? Ooh, what's your take on lead magnets? How can we make sure it's congruent with the main offer? So your lead magnet, think about this, right? Let's say your main offer, you have a main offer. The lead magnet should complement the main offer, right? Or it should be a component of the main offer. So if somebody, let's say, I don't know, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what would be a good lead magnet for an offer. So let's say, for instance, copywriting, for example. I could give you, my lead magnet could be an outreach method. So I could show you how to speak to clients, right, for free. I could show you like, right, here's the types of messages you want to send. Here's what you want to say. But that's no good unless you know how to write copy and what to offer people. That's kind of the next step in the process. So that could be your main offer, right? This is just a really bad example. But you can see how the lead magnet is kind of like a component of the main offer. It's a piece of the puzzle. So you need the lead magnet, but you also need the main offer to make lead magnet worth it. Makes sense? That's one way to think about it. Sorry. What to look in a potential client. Again, dream clients, educators, not entertainers. They have a product or they have a service that is proven. Don't work with anybody who has a product that is like in the pipeline that might be launched in the future. It's not proven. You want someone who has results and something is proven. Trust me, don't miss that step. If a client signs you, it means to have to make my subject line by myself. I don't understand that question. Rephrase that. Producing content versus outreach or both. As a beginner, should you only focus on outreach or should you also produce content like LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube videos, TikTok shorts? This is the classic 80-20 rule. Focus 80% of your time on outreach, 20% on content. You should be focusing most of your time on reaching out to clients and offering them value and not producing content. Yeah, that's what I would say. Outreach is possible without sales call. Yes, it is possible, but you probably will want to get on a phone call just to chat with someone, and you are 10 times more likely to sign somebody as a client face-to-face like this. With a low ticket offer that's maybe less than £1,000, you could do that over the written word, but I think anything more than that, it's so much easier to just jump on a call and not think of it as a sales call. You're just literally jumping on to see how you can help that person and whether you can help them. Because sometimes you can't help someone, and the person you're speaking to will have so much more trust in you if you say to them, like, look, I don't think this is the right offer for you. Here's the reasons why. That will build trust like nothing else, turning a client away and not being desperate. You mentioned to be upfront about the fact you're still practicing and a beginner. However, wouldn't that just be shooting yourself in the foot? I'm confident in my ability. I'm confident in my ability. Shouldn't I just give my offer? Give your offer, but I would still be transparent. I would tell people you've just been practicing copywriting for however many weeks or months, and I've written this piece of copy for you to try to test or whatever. I don't think you're shooting yourself in the foot. I just think it's being transparent and honest. I mean, you probably would feel worse about yourself if you said, "Yeah, I've been writing for a couple of years," and you haven't. I think that would be quite obvious. Remember to like the video, guys. Yes, like the video. Tyson always gives fake hope to newbies. Well, if that's what you want to call it, it's just not my style. It's very American. I don't know how to explain that. Like, I don't know where you guys are from, but I'm obviously British. I always find American type content, American creators, that they have like a very different vibe than British and European creators and educators. How do you stay motivated, Alex? I tell you the truth, I've never struggled with motivation in anything. Everything I've set my mind to that I really want to achieve, there's never been a problem with motivation for me. I'm very self-motivated. I'm very confident in saying that. But with some things that do demotivate me, I do get demotivated when I see a loss in momentum. That's really demoralizing. And that does annoy me. When you get loads of progress and then it just suddenly stops. But I can recognize that now and like push through it and just be like, right, this is like a cycle. You know, it comes and goes. You get momentum, goes down a little bit, and back up and down, and so on. And you can recognize that. So I never really get stressed about this stuff. Did you ever get client via IG outreach? Because in your videos, you only mention clients you got via your networking. I had a few clients from Instagram DM, but the Instagram DM stuff is very much a new strategy for me, if I'm really honest with you. I've used it to get a number of clients for copywriting and my YouTube channel, which I regularly have like brands work with me on. So it's a very similar process. But directly copywriting, for me, it was more networking with people and doing things with manual cold email outreach. So it's the same principle. That's just a different platform, and the messaging changes a little bit more. But yeah, it's no different. Should I have my practice portfolio on a website or just in Google Docs? Just in Google Docs. Don't on your website. Well, I wouldn't even recommend building a website to start with. I would recommend having a one-page landing page built with card.co, which I'll give you the link to that if you're interested. I think it's a really cool thing. It's like $19 a year for unlimited landing pages. So good. I built a website on that. Really good. It's a no-code thing, so it's simple to use. And on that, you would have your offer and probably a short video about yourself, introducing yourself. That's all you need to get your first 5 clients to copywriter. Honest to God, don't spend so much time procrastinating with a website and stuff. You literally don't need it. Social media is your resume and CV, and then just a simple landing page. Should I? Hi Alex. I know in your course you say to work on the little wins, but I'm very confident I'm going to be able to provide results. Should I chase the cut, or is there anything I'm not seeing? Chase the cut is like, if you, I mean, get to the point, as in, should I charge 2K a month? 2K a month is a bare minimum. Like, I know I said I gave an example before of just making your first £1,000 online. Go for like the minimum I would offer as a copywriting service now as a monthly retainer would be 2K a month. That would be my bare minimum. And that's like completely lowball. That's for a beginner copywriter. And if you're approaching the right brands who are making, say, let's say, for example, you reach out to a brand that's doing 100K a month, they're going to have more than that 2K to spend in marketing and advertising towards a copywriter. You just have to prove your worth and speak to the right people. That's it, right? Like, and charging too little for your services also has the opposite effect. Like, people making more money expect to pay more money for the service, right? They're not trying to look for the cheapest price. And this is probably a money mindset thing. I only say 2.5K to start with for a client, because that's like it's a good target for someone to aim for, and it helps people get out the start and get making decent money to start with, and then they can scale and grow from that. Once you have a couple of clients signed up, if you get people who have never outsourced, who has never outsourced and don't really know what they want, how to know where to start as a beginner, need a step-by-step roadmap. Once you have a couple of clients signed up, oh, so are you talking about like getting other copywriters to do your work, Laura? I'm not sure. American content, very vague and entertaining, as opposed to getting to the point. That's how I see it. I might be completely wrong, but that's just, as soon as I hear an American accent, my bullshit radar comes on. For some reason, with some people, I don't know why, because I follow a lot of American educators and I think they're amazing. But maybe it's just like a cultural thing. I'm not sure. Right, I'm going to go in 5 minutes. I'm going to go another 2 minutes. I'm going to go. Sorry, I need to get some dinner. And I've got another phone call at 8 o'clock. I'm struggling with writing email copy. Just started 1 week ago. Should I start outreach when I can write copy more fluently? I would practice both of them in line. It's just a matter of how you balance your time. If you've only got half an hour a day, maybe focus on just focus for a week or two on consuming content and get yourself in a position where you feel you understand copywriting and you can write stuff, and then start outreaching. That probably would help your confidence. Can you get hired by clients without hopping on sales calls? Yes, you can. Depends what your offer is. If your offer is like above 2.5K a month, you're probably going to want to jump on a call. Like, that's just how it works. You can obviously sell high ticket stuff through the written word, but it's a way easier sell when you jump on the phone with someone. Like, this connection, face-to-face connection, is such a good sales mechanism. And it's not really a sales call either. It's just literally just jump on a call to see if you can help someone. That's how I think about it. What's the most you've made monthly with email copy? I think I answered this in another video. The most I made from email copy when I was freelancing was probably close to 10K a month. I had a few solid 10K months, then it dropped to about 8 or 9K a month. Now, bearing in mind, I kept things extremely lean. Like, it was just me. I didn't have an assistant. I just did everything myself. I worked with a handful of clients and had a very good lifestyle. And all I wanted to do was ride mountain bikes. And I was very aware that I was only working like 4 hours a day max, like of focused work, of course. But I wanted that time to ride my mountain bike. But I could easily have, not ridden my bike as much and focused on getting more clients, no problem. But I didn't really want to. That's why I'm kind of saying, like, it's not that difficult to get 2, 3, 4 clients that take you a handful of hours a week. So you've still got like a decent lifestyle and a decent income to go with that, and it's fun. What's the most you've made? I haven't written that. In your course, do you have template to guide a young copywriter? I have templates for copywriting, templates for outreach, templates and scripts for speaking to people, as much as I can give, really. Basically what I wanted when I first started out. So young copywriter, I mean, that suggests maybe you're in college or something like that, but it doesn't matter what age you are. Ever had doubts about yourself? How do you beat it if you do? Like I said before, I'm a very self-motivated person, but I'm not bulletproof. Like, I have days where I feel like absolute shit, and I just literally want to go to bed and just not speak to anyone. I'm very introverted, which is very weird because I'm sat talking to 13 people on a call. Like, I'm very introverted, but I like teaching and like sharing my knowledge. So I do have doubts about myself sometimes, yeah. But if it's something like copywriting or building a YouTube channel or mountain biking, there's never really any doubt that slips into my mind or sneaks in. I feel like I'm a very confident person with the things I know I'm good at. The things I'm shit at, fuck yeah, I doubt myself a lot. By the way, we appreciate these Q&As. Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on. Like, I'm buzzing that there's 10, 15 people on these calls. So cool. Introverted has 160K sub channel. No, this is what I mean. It's mad. Like, I mean, across social media, I have nearly 400,000 people that follow me, which is, I mean, what is 400,000 people? That must be a few football pitches full of people, which is, I don't know. It sounds a lot of people. Why did you never want to scale past 10K, if you don't mind me asking? Like I said, it was more for me the lifestyle thing. And I was like, to me back then, like 4 years ago, when I was at my peak in copywriting, maybe 3 years ago, sorry. I just felt that 10K a month was like the goal I wanted to hit. Whereas now, I feel it's almost like the new baseline, especially with increasing living costs and stuff. Like for me, when I was growing up and just coming out of school, earning 3K a month was like, whoa, he's doing really well. Like, he's successful. And I thought I'd made it when I got that. But then as living costs have gone up and all the things that I want to do have come in, I realize now, like, I need more capital to invest into things. But when I was copywriting, 10K a month was like, that was a good number for me, and I was happy with it. But I just felt a bit comfortable, really. I didn't really have the desire to scale past it. If that makes sense. Do you think it's realistic to make my first £1,000 in a month if I send 5 sample works every day? 5 sample works. just sending sample work to people is like, I'm not going to say lazy, but you could definitely go further with things for sure. And it's 100% possible. I mean, if you sent 5 pieces of sample work every day for a month, that's 150 people have seen your work, 150 people who are potentially interested in you. What should I do instead? Well, do you do one-to-one coaching for your program? I don't do one-to-one coaching. Yeah, personalized but free value. That's kind of like where I was heading with things, like insane value, essentially. But you have to figure out like what somebody wants, which is why I was saying earlier, all the people that are reaching out to me asking if they could do my thumbnails and this, that, and the other, it's not what I want, so I'm not interested in it. What I am interested in, though, is getting more people into zero to paid, which is my course. So, yeah, selfish plug, but look, like, in fact, I'll send you this now, guys. I don't know if you saw my email earlier today. I actually put the price up of the program. Oh no, hang on. My computer's been really slow. Maybe I'll send out another email about this. Anyway, there was a backdoor link I gave people that they could still get the launch price rather than the price it's gone up to. I want to try and add in some sort of group coaching thing to the offer, so you guys can get more access to us, to me, sorry, and whoever else comes and joins the team. But for me, it's not realistic for me to offer one-to-one coaching right now because it's got too much going on. But that's why I was thinking of adding the community element in so we can do more group coaching together. By sample work, I do mean personalized free value, like caption, email sequence, a landing page. It comes down to figuring out what the person wants. And that might take a little bit of work. But for me, my main goal, for example, is to help as many people get started with copywriting and get their first few clients. If you can figure out how to do that and get more people in zero to paid, I'll pay you all day long. You know, I know you might be able to, you might say, well, if you've got better thumbnails, you could have more people watching your videos, and then more people might go through to your page and join the course. But at the minute, I'm not that interested in that. It's not what's motivating me. So yeah, you have to figure out what somebody wants, create them a good offer, and give them what they want. Essentially, it's hard explaining in a really general sense because everybody's completely different. Once you crack it, though, like you'll see what the mechanism was or is to making this work. Right, I'm going to go in 1 minute. I always do this too long. I was like, yeah, I'll go in half an hour. It stays on for an hour. What is your estimated amount of daily outreach should you do to get your first client? That comes down to the person. Honestly, for me, like I'm very, very aggressive with this in terms of like I will sit and do like an hour of focused work. So there's no distractions, right? I'm just outreach, I'm just doing whatever it is I'm set to do. So you might only be able to do 5 outreach messages a day to start with. You might be 10, might be 20, whatever it is. But you'll get to a point where you have a system that'll enable you to do 20, 30, 40 a day. And they're all personalized, right? It might not be 40. That might be a bit of a highball number, but you want to get to a point where you're outreaching a lot. Organic or paid ads to gain followers. I've never used a paid ad to grow my following at all. I believe so much in organic. I mean, if you've got money for paid advertising, then sure, you could test it. But until you're at like a decent size audience and you've got a proven product or a proven service, then I would just organic all the way. Please make a Discord or community ASAP just so we can start gaining momentum together. Yes, I will. Yeah, we'll love that. Okay, it's all clicking now. Perfect off. Right. Any plans to make a free Discord community? It'll be a community, but it won't be free. I'm going to love you and leave you guys. If anyone interested, I will drop the page to this, and I will be offering the community to people inside the course, I think, in the next maybe week or so. I'm just finishing off deciding how it's going to work and stuff. But take care, guys. Have a good Monday night. I'm going to go get some dinner, and I've got another phone call to be on in 20 minutes. So all the best. Hope you enjoyed it. Good jumping on with people. You're all legends. See you later.